take a look at the before and after as we remove these old gates and install some brand new ones that we fabricated. So we're just at a customer's house, and these gates from a first glance may look absolutely fine, but we're going to show you what's wrong with them, and then we'll show you as our process goes on when we fit the new gates and the difference that they make. There's been issues since this has been installed. As you can see, the pillars have dropped back, so they didn't have enough concrete in when they were set. There's visual things like this that we're not happy with either. The way that's, even though it works as a sensor, that's not right. The gates seem to have dropped down. And there's issues with things against the house, which realistically what we're going to do is set that into the ground with thicker posts, better concrete base in there, so that it doesn't have to use the house as a support, because we're not happy with the way that that works. The gates also look like they hadn't been manufactured to the right size. It looks like there's a cut in them there, and then these elements have been added afterwards which don't actually match up. They're a slightly different size to these, so yeah, there's quite a few things on that area that we're going to rectify. There's also a bowing on that where these have bowed, so they're probably too tight fitted into the framework, which has caused that, as the expansion with the heat has caused that to bow and also drop, so they're out of shape as well. Just looking at the other side, you can see how these are off against the wall. And you should now be able to see the bowing. That is bowed out. And there's also, you see we can actually push the gate up and down. And here's the other side. And we'll change all this as well. The way the wires are, they will be put into conduit, and it'll be a hell of a lot of a neater job. And as we've dug up the driver bit, we can see that the cables were just laid straight underneath the block work, so we're going to bury those into conduit underneath, deeper down as well. So day one was complete. There's the old gates out, and there wasn't a lot of foundation holding that post in. One post has now gone in, and this one, like the other one, will be sunk down, so 1100 down, so really deep foundations, and they'll be set in there. Previous cables were just laid straight underneath the blocks, and this time they've gone down and they're in conduit, and they go right underneath the drive and then back up at the other side. These are the hinge on the post of the old gate, and these are what they're like on the new one. So Rob's just now installing the control unit. That's the new one in a new IP65 rating. That was the old one, and the posts are set 1.1 metre down. Just waiting for the concrete to go off around the edge there. The boxes are in, with this 300mm of concrete under the boxes. All the wires are in conduit and buried under the ground, so it's a much neater install on that side. And again, underground, and they come up to the sensors. They're all flush, so they don't stick out at all. Just starting to bring the gates in before putting the panels on. Now the second gate is just starting to be put into place. So the main foundations of the gate are now installed. We're getting prepped finally for the painting, which will be a 2-pack paint that goes onto that, and it will all be the same graphite grey. Duty wise, we've got a bit of bracket that's going on there to be welded for the maglock that will cover that over, and the cabling for that is fed inside the gate and terminated neatly with the armature on that side. And the Ring intercom system and camera have been integrated into this gate, and you can see how flush the sensors are. There's no bar sticking out, flush to the gate, and this is what it looks like before the drive has been finished and these are painted. We've got the cover made to cover over the maglock. So the gates have now been painted in anthracite grey, as well as the control box to match. We think they look absolutely fantastic. Let us know in the comments what you think. And here they are from the front. So if you're interested in knowing any more about the services that we offer, contact our friendly team for more information.